Welcome everybody, this is Tractorchute here. Welcome to another great game of Starcraft 2, the franchise that's been slapping noobs around since 1998. Today we have a very special game. It is a P versus Z with two high-end Diamond League players. Up in the upper right-hand corner, representing the little man in the world, Mr. Small. He will be playing as the Red Zerg. In the lower left-hand corner, we have the Blue Protoss represented by SONTHEEVES, or SONTHEEVES. He represents Team HERRO. He has sent a scout up to the upper left-hand corner where he will find nothing as to where Little Man Small will scout cross spawn and will find the Protoss first. And he will move around here, start attacking the pylon, as he has elected that is the thing to do early in the game. SONTHEEVES has looked in here. He does see the timing of the spawning pool. The spawning pool was planted at about 10, so not very much for a rush as far as that goes. Is sending a drone out possibly to attack. No, the drone is going to wander on by and head itself over here, probably plant an early hatchery, as is fairly common when you are a Zerg. Has done that. SONTHEEVES will plant a pylon behind it. This is done very often, as you can start planting cannons, or at the very least force a lot of drones off the line to prevent that, because it will really annoy the expansion and possibly cause a cancel of the expansion. He has elected to send a drone down here. The drone is going to think about what to do. Has decided, you know what, I'm going to take a little break. Does get a little bit tired. He is flapping a little bit slower than usual. He will now attack that pylon. I would imagine we're going to see some more drones in. Yes, we will see some more pulled off the line to try and get that finished here. We do have the drone running around the base here, being chased by the probe. He does go left. He goes right. He goes up. He is going to circle around to the right, come around the backside. Look at that drone go in between the minerals to the extractor build. Very well done by that drone. Does get the extractor down, so will cause a little bit of a nuisance, a little delay of gas. Not that the Protoss player planned on getting gas that area, but will cause a little bit of a nuisance. Whoa! Up here we do have a pylon with a bunch of cannons going down. I would have to imagine this is going to cause a cancel here, as he just can't get rid of all that. Did spend a lot of money, but manages to get most of it canceled. Very well done by SONTHEEVES. Very well done. Is get two cannons out there. They do finish up. He is going to plant a pylon just so he can use those to delay any sort of expansion into the natural. Very good play by SONTHEEVES. Is well ahead at this point in time. We do have a whole bunch of drones that did accidentally wander down here. Will now wander back to the main base to get mining, while the hatchery does get built basically at the fourth natural. I guess you can call that the fourth natural of a Zerg player, or any player that spawns in the upper right or upper left. So we'll at least get a hatchery down there to enable him to get the expo going, as he does really need to be up one base, as any Zerg player does need to be at least one base up on any of their opponents. We do have the probe wandering around the back. Is going to plant another pylon, really proven to be a nuisance here. We did get the extractor finish up here. No point in killing it. Is getting a little bit of vision, but really isn't helping it much, as SONTHEEVES is more paying attention to delaying any sort of special expansions happening here. Does get the pylon up here. Does have a queen coming over here. Queen should be able to force the probe out of here, but the probe does get down the cannon. Does get two cannons down there and another pylon. Does put him in the back base, really guarding the one there to get up so they don't get any units back there. Very smart by SONTHEEVES. Is planning everything around here. Really confusing our Zerg player. Little Man Small not entirely sure what to do at this point in time. Did let the hatchery finish. I really hope he can get rid of these cannons here, otherwise that hatchery will go down. Was a fairly big investment, but you also got to remember SONTHEEVES did put a lot of money into his cannons here, so is a fairly even trade-off here. The only problem being this will delay him from expanding here. So realistically, SONTHEEVES does come out ahead with that engagement there by spending that money, because it is going to delay an easy third for our Zerg player. Does have the natural here. Will really have to look to come down here, and he is already. Does appear he is going to get the third base place down here. Does mass up a little bit of dogs here. Does have 7 dogs on the field, 2 queens, where we have 2 zealots for SONTHEEVES. Does have his expansion going down here. I would like to think this extractor is going to get killed pretty soon before SONTHEEVES starts to choose his tech or starts to build some buildings around where it has vision. Really doesn't want the Zerg player to know what he's doing here. The Zerg player, Little Man Small, has planted some dogs at the vision tower. He has elected to leave there, just making sure nothing was happening in the middle of the map there. Here we do have the 3 cannons. Should take a little while to get rid of that. He's more than likely going to just leave those there and keep the expansions running down the right-hand side here. He is now attacking the extractor with his zealot. Very well done. Zealots with the double blades. Shoes aren't tied, but what does he know, right? He's got 2 blades. He's pretty damn happy. Could care less if he trips over his shoelaces. Very well done. Do have the dogs running around here. They are going to make sure nothing is going around the third just so they kill it. If it does, really doesn't want to get cannon for a third time, as that would start to get a little bit embarrassing at that point in time. Is patrolling around, making sure no proxies, nothing special like that. But really has to get rid of these cannons and these pylons, as it will really enable Sun Thieves to plant some units over here. So they are really working as proxies as well. So it is really going to hurt if he doesn't start getting rid of this. Really needs to get some roaches out or something that can knock these down fairly quick here. Little Man Small does have fairly good vision, so does kind of know what's going on over at Sun Thieves base, as he does have an overlord here and does have another overlord at this corner of the base. Possibly leaves him here. A lot of times you will see a Nidus Canal built in the top corner of this base. Really tough to stop. Also good spot for proxies as well, proxy barracks or something like that as well. Let's take a quick look at our production tab here. We will see, while upgrades coming out of Sun Thieves already is getting level 1 ground weapon. We are going to get the Glau Reconstitution out of our good man Small. Basically, this is going to enable him to increase his movement of the roaches, and should have that done fairly quickly here. So we should see quite a few roaches coming out here fairly quick, combining them with the Hydralisks, who are getting their speed as well. So Hydralisk roach build, very good build to do there. Really does counter pretty much everything. Does have a Stargate going up in the back of the base. Does see the Overseer has come by. The Overseer has dropped a Changeling in the base here. Changeling will wander around, does see it right away. Very well done by Sun Thieves. Well done. Does cancel the Stargate. Whoa, Twilight Cut, very smart by Sun Thieves. Does look like it was a fake put up there. Good fake, good fake. This will draw a lot more Hydralisks out of our opponent here, Little Man Small. That was very well done. You'll see that done by a lot of Protoss players. They'll start building a building. If they do get scouted by something like that, they will cancel it and go into something else. So more than likely, we're probably going to see some Dark Templars, I would like to imagine, or we'll possibly go for Zealot speed, something of that nature. Basically the opposite of what a Stargate would have enabled him to do. So very well done by Sun Thieves with a little bit of trickery in this game. Very, very smart. This is what we like to see. He is finally getting the speed done for the Hydralisk here. That will finish up here. We are getting ground level 1 finishing up at about the same time. It has elected to go to Dark Shrine. Very good trick. Still very impressed by Sun Thieves by pulling that off there. We do have that Overseer sitting up here. If he doesn't fly in there soon enough to find that Dark Shrine, could start seeing disaster here really, as he does need to see what's going on here, but might find out too little too late, because if Darkies start getting dropped in your base and you're not ready for it, it can end up in a very big disaster. We go up here, we are getting a hefty wall out of Sun Thieves. Does have 4 cannons on it, does have the 2 Zealots guarding the tiny hole in it, and a lot of buildings guarding everything else here. He does currently have the 17 probes there, the 18 probes on the Expo, 25 probes total. If we go up here, we do have 13, 16, and down at the third we have 14 right there. Is electing to go with a Spire, so really giving himself lots of options by Little Man Small. Very smart there. Dark Shrine will be finishing up fairly quickly here. Does have a fairly good count. Does have 5 gateways up here. Very good. We will take a boo back over here at our Zerg player. Is really macroing up. We pull up our units tab here. He is getting a fairly good army put together here. Does have 9 Hydralisks, 11 dogs, a couple Overseers, and yes, we did get warped in up here. We do have, looks like, 5 Dark Templars coming in. They should really be able to rape through this, as I don't see an Overseer anywhere near. The only Overseers I know are in the bottom left-hand corner here. We do have 1 more on the map here. Yes, we do have 1 right here. Really needs to move that Overseer up here. Sun Thieves has gone through the lair. That is a big loss for him. Is going to go through the Spire too. This is not good at all for Little Man Small. Really needs to get on this. Needs to move his Overseer. His Overseer is just saying really needs to get him up there. Apparently not finding any need to move him. Excuse me there, just had to sneeze there. Does take down the Hydralisk den. The Roach Warren is going to go down at all. This is not good at all for Little Man Small. Really needed to move the Overseer. I don't know if he realizes he has an Overseer right here. Either that or really needs to place down a Spore Caller. Has lost every building that enables him to build any units. Has got the 2 Evil Chambers taken care of. Therefore, we won't see any upgrades of the Zerg player here. Little Man Small is attacking the Extractor here. I'll assume we'll finish off the spawning pool, basically disabling any sort of units to be built out of Little Man Small. He does have the 8 sentries on the field here so far, and 3 Zealots aside from this here. Is going to move around, kill a few creep tumors here. And really, there isn't much he's going to do until he gets a spore crawler down or really realizes where his overseer is. He's going to walk in and finally does get some vision down here. Finally takes that out with the spore car sitting in the back of the base. Very well done. We'll run away those Dark Templars to get him out of there. Not too sure if they'll get out in time. If an overseer comes over, they will get the rest of them here. But he does run out of creep, and the Dark Templars take off. Very well done. Now we'll decide what he wants to do from here, but it's really put Little Man Small so far behind that it's going to be really tough for him to come back here. Does get the overseers in the army. Is going to wander around a bit here. Should start scouting around. Should possibly put on a counterattack or something, or at least get something going. Is rolling a pretty high bankroll right now. Not overly impressed with the bankroll. Should be spending a little bit more than that. It is tough as Zerg, but really needs to start spending a little bit more than that. Possibly get a better larva count out. Is starting to get the 4th and the 5th base up here. I guess the 3rd and the 4th now that he is missing the natural. Natural will go up as well. This is exactly what he needs to do, is spend that money. Start dropping the hatcheries down. Start getting himself some income. Get those spore cars. Get those overseers over the map. He does know there could be some more harassed by these DTs. I mean, we do have the proxy here. We have the proxy here. So many options for Sun Thieves. I think he's finally going to take it out. He does realize, I got to take this out. You can't really leave it there. It's just enabling too much of an entrance. You're going to have to sacrifice a few units, and yes, he is going to take these out here. Very smart move. Really needed to do this here to prevent any sort of harassments out of Sun Thieves here. Very quickly done and very well done here. Let's take a boo over here. Yes, does have layer technology up here. Very well done there. We are currently getting extended thermal lance, so we probably will more than likely see the Colossi come out of Sun Thieves. Is getting level 3 ground armor. Very well done with the upgrades. So very impressed by Sun Thieves. Does have a Nexus as well going up, so is getting his 3rd up. Very well done so far. Does have some changelings coming in here. These changelings are going to try and get some vision. Really does need to know what's going on. So very well played by Little Man Small. Very, very smart. We'll get them slowly across the map here. Now, whether or not they get scouted out by Sun Thieves, we'll soon find out. Does have a stalker just to run around, make sure nothing's happening around his base. Well, let's find out whether or not these changelings do get into the base or not here. Really does need to put them into the army. Does see the changelings and will knock them down pretty good. Sun Thieves is all over the place, really paying attention this game. Very, very impressive. Knows exactly what's going on. Has his eyes everywhere on the map. So very impressive by Sun Thieves. We do now have a very high Hydralisk count here. If we take a boo here, we have 27 Hydralisks on the field. So the Zerg player, Little Man Small, has managed to keep a very sizable army in this game. Very, very impressive so far. Really needs to hope he gets the Overseers into this battle here. Otherwise, these DTs could go through pretty quick here. Really doesn't have any air. I would have liked to see him possibly go straight to Aspire, but did elect not to do so. So we will now see attack by Sun Thieves as he does move in here. And here we go. We do have the Zealot legs. You see them rush in there. Really trying to get a good surround. There's the force field there. Should defend everything off here. Give him some shielding here. Sorry about that again there. Does kill all the Overseers. This is disaster now with the Overseers out of the game here. We'll get the DTs in there. This is going to be very, very hard for him to fend off here. Does have the spore cars though, so we'll still see the DTs here. We are getting a little bit of lag here. Hopefully we catch up. And there we go here. Is taking out the spine crawlers. Very good force field by Sun Thieves. Is really backing him off here. A good sentry count he has here. Is pretty much taking out the army here. Food count is 93 to 79. Of course, the majority of that being probes. Does have a few roaches left on the field. Will take out this layer. Really going to hurt if he keeps taking these layer technology down, as he does not have any other layers on the field right now. We'll slowly get rid of that. Does have a very good Colossi count with the 3 of them, the 6 Stalkers and the 11 Sentries. Does have a Corruptor on the field. That Corruptor does go down. Does see some Overseers. Will take out the Hydralisk and really hurting Little Man Small here. Could see a GG here as Little Man Small really doesn't have an army. And no GG, has left in anger possibly, or just pissed off at his own gameplay. Very well done by Sun Thieves. I'll leave you guys with parting advice just so you could take it with you and remember this. If a tree grows in your backyard, you're not there to climb it. Don't let the donkey cart pull the wheel off the fence. Thank you so much for watching. Be good. Don't hurt nobody. Peace.